Hey, did you know the coolest guy ever was in town? Coolest... what? Greetings, folks! The man here, and welcome back to Minecraft Mods. Today, we will be taking a look at Primal, which is a new mod that adds in a bunch of different animals to your game, along with new interactions and other little things that you can do with them. The mod does adhere to the new Minecraft system of having different textures of mobs based on the different biomes. Like, for example, in normal forests, the bear will spawn in its brown color, and in jungles, it will spawn in black. So every single mob has this rule, and almost all of them have multiple different variations, and that is why we have this grid over here, which I can fill with different biomes, and we can take a look at all the different colors that they have. Now you better watch out for bears. Bears are pretty vicious creatures. They're gonna attack villagers, pillagers, other animals, basically anything that they can get their big head around. They are also bred with salmon. If you just follow me over here, my friend. Come on. Come on, let me just do this. So if you get them some salmon, and that did make a bit of a mess that is keeping them apart. No! Get in there. And there we go. That was a very weird thing that you just did. But look at him! Oh my god, look at his little tail. That is the cutest thing ever. They even have like the baby styled in the new like tiny takeover Minecraft style, which is kind of sick. And you can also tame the bears, so keep honeycomb on you, because, look at his little paws, because I feel like fighting a bear is much more difficult than just, doing this. And yeah, then they just chill. And this dude is my friend now, and I can get him to wander around, follow me, do whatever. Now these guys will sleep at night, as you saw, as the bear just did, and they'll also sleep when they take damage, at which point other mobs ignore them. So these things are pretty invulnerable. That is kind of a baller move, actually, to start losing a fight and then just going to bed and your enemy has to ignore you. That's crazy. Another thing that's crazy is you can strap some barrels onto this dude, and then if you shift right click him, then you have some more bear inventory. I just find it's funny. It just says bear at the top of this. This is apparently a reference to a weird occurrence in I can't remember, is it World War I or World War II? But apparently there was a bear that was in one of the armies, and yeah, they just had a tamed bear with them. So yeah, that's pretty sick that this is actually based on true events, I guess. Alright guys, I've had some luck. I have found one of the rare variants of one of the mobs in the mod. This is a crocodile. They have different variants based on the swamp, which is green, the desert, which is... they're kind of similar actually. This one's a little bit lighter. And then the jungle, which are black. But I found an albino crocodile, which is pretty cool that I can put that into the video. The crocodiles do have some pretty odd features attached to them. The first of which is just, oh, what are the chances? What is going on? This is like supposed to be 1%. This is crazy. My god. Alright then, first thing you can do is you can make them have babies, obviously, and the babies will look something like this. Might as well have a rare baby over here. And they will lay eggs next to the water, presumably, like turtles. And one thing that you can do is feed them random stuff. Literally random stuff. The first of which is that one kind of makes sense, which is you can feed them a clock. And if you can hear that over the loud friggin' achievement sound, it is making a TikTok sound, which is obviously a reference to Peter Pan. The second thing you can feed them is actually quite confusing to me. If you get a lodestone and a compass and feed it to a crocodile, that crocodile will eventually make its way to the lodestone. Alright guys, I don't know what's going on. I cannot seem to get them to go to this lodestone. They are doing everything in their power to stay away from it. But what I can show off, what I think will work pretty well, is you can feed them this. And boom. And that should have some predictable results. Oh my god, that is so brutal. Why would you ever do that? It's a living creature. I mean, it's a scary creature, but still, come on. Why'd you ever want to... This dude is not opening his mouth. He knows what's gonna happen. Can I just click him anyways? Yeah, okay, that's not his choice. You could just do that. That's horrible. That is horrible. The eagle has 4 variations. In the frozen peaks, it will spawn as the majestic bald eagle. In the jagged peaks, it will spawn as a golden eagle. In the stony peaks, you have a harpy eagle, which in real life is probably my favorite looking bird. And in the wind-swept savanna, you have the Philippine eagle, which I have tamed right over here. Now, there's a pretty specific taming process with these dudes. In the respective biomes, you will find these nest blocks along with some eggs inside of them. And these eggs should hatch into babies that look somewhat like this. Look at him waddling. And you can tame them with raw chicken. And you can only tame them when they are babies. So make sure you do. And after you've tamed them, they grow up to be whatever kind of eagle, depending upon the biome. And then, yeah, you can... No, don't wander around. If you fly away, I'll never find you. And yeah, then you can have your eagle friend. This dude is not good at flying. It's okay though, he's my friend. You can also feed these guys rabbit stew in order to get them to breed if you want some like eagle farm for some reason. Next up is the shark, which actually has 5 different variations. So I have the 5 ocean biomes set up right over here. And I don't quite remember which one is which, so we're just gonna have to go through these types in order to figure it out. First of all, we have the blacktip shark. Now this must be the ocean biome, just the normal ocean, and that will be the blacktip shark. Then over here you have the hammerhead, which spawns in the lukewarm ocean. And these things never fail to look funny in Minecraft or in real life. Then, right over here in what I think is the warm ocean, there we go, you have the tiger shark, which is nice and orange. I like the color on this thing. Then in the cold ocean, you have the mackerel shark, which has the spots on it. And then in the frozen ocean, you have the sleeper shark. Dude, this thing is crazy looking. Look at that. That's a crazy color scheme. Now with these guys, they are pretty mean. Their whole thing is that they attack any creature that has taken damage. So basically something that's injured. So I have a pig over here. They're fine with it. But once I hit the pig, they go into a frenzy and they start going after him. Now there's another thing that they do which I kind of want to show off. These dudes also attempt to kind of jump out of the water to get you, so I've angered this guy. And as you can see, he is trying his very best to get at me. And he's a little bit dopey though, because I am right here, and this dude is not. Oh god, there we go. There's also a 5% chance every time they attack you or another mob that they will drop a shark tooth, which will be used in some crafting recipes later on in the video. The next mob up is the Kasori. Now these dudes only have 1 variant, so we don't have to go to like other biomes and stuff. But these dudes have a very interesting mechanic. They spawn in jungles, and around their nests you will find suspicious gravel. And inside suspicious gravel there will be petrified fruit. Now this thing is very weird. You can place it down and it looks like a sad baby. And what you're supposed to do is give it to them like they're piglins. And once you get to them, they will start to, I guess, digest it. I don't know what's going on, but they do start producing seeds. Now there's 3 types of seeds that you can find. There is the starfruit seeds, the kiwano seeds, and the lychee seeds. Now these things you can plant, and after they grow, they do actually turn into the respective fruits of that variety, and you can actually eat these things. So yeah, right here you have the starfruit, the kiwano, and the lychee. And what is that effect that it has given me? So the thorned effect is basically like you have thorns on your armor, and as this thing is trying to claw at me, it is also taking damage. What an awful, just awful creature. Get away! Get away! What's your problem, dude? I gave you all those sad baby fruits. Now these guys just aren't mean to you, they're also mean to each other, and they will just fight until one of them has less than 30% health. They just roughhouse all the time, and this is what their babies look like. that is kind of redeeming. That is such a silly looking creature. My god. The next mob is the walrus. Now these guys are actually tameable mounts. There's two variants. There's this brown one, and there is also a sunburnt one, which should, yeah, okay, there we go. So these are the two different variants, and the babies look like, please get off that child, you are crushing him. Okay, there we go. And the babies also look absolutely adorable. Now the way to tame these guys is like horses. You just kind of have to keep getting on them. And another thing is, after you do, they will actually run from you. So you have to give some chase. Oh my god, you're 1,000, just infinite weight. How are you going up this mountain faster than me? Are we friends? No, come back. Oh my god, after chasing this creature the size and shape of a couch for the past like 3 minutes, I finally tamed him, and there we go. And oh my god, how is my entire body like bouncing and jiggling? What's going on? Why is like this? It's just so thick and brown that it's affecting the physics of my own body. So yeah, these dudes are pretty cool. They get a pair of sunglasses after you've tamed them, and you can use them in the water, and obviously they're faster in the water, and they can do a spinny move, which is really nice. These guys are also bred with cod, which, ooh! I just mentioned fish, and fish showed up in my inventory. It would have been pretty cool if it was cod, but of course they don't spawn in this biome. These guys also have an attack where you can hold down the spacebar and release in order to attack your opponents. The lions have 3 different types of textures. The savannah will have the golden. Can I get a lioness up in here real quick? Come on, okay, there we go. The savannah plateau will be this like tan. Okay, there we go. This is what they look like, and then the snowy plains will actually have these snow leopard kind of, oops, this biome fill thing doesn't work perfectly, but there we go. This is what they look like. And there's also a 4th secret variant. If you name it the lion, then you get this, and the origins of this are left better undiscussed. The thing that you can do with lion is actually tame these guys. So what you can actually do is get some raw beef and just start going at it. These guys will take a lot of meat before they are tamed. But once they are tamed, they get these like weird patterns on them, and this is like war paint basically. You can dye this any color you want. So if you want some blue dye, some blue dye on this thing, let's get some nice light blue, then you can just do this and they will be dyed that color. Now these things are pretty hostile. They will attack you, so just be careful of that. So one thing that I did discover while testing this is you can rile these guys up real bad. If I do this dude roars, and then we just step back and watch the chaos unfold. Oh my god. Holy crap. Imagine just seeing this from across the Serengeti. Okay, you're my guy. You can just chill. No, come back. Sit down. Let them. Those guys are uncivilized. They'll deal with each other. You can just chill right over here. And there we go. Now Now what you do is you go and get this guy. Just one dude left. You can... Oh my god, look at him go. No, don't lie down. And there we go. Last fight. Last... Oh! I was gonna do a bit where like my guy came in at the very end, and I was gonna say, yeah, see, look at that. Now you're the Lion King, but I guess this this dude is the Lion King because he won. The next creature is the snake, and this guy has a lot of variants, so let us go through them together. The first one is the cerulean, which spawns in the jungles. The next is the brown, which spawns in the desert, and it has those like eyebrow things that make it look angry all the time. This is the dusty variant from the Badlands. The aposematic from the sparse jungle, this one might be my favorite one so far. The brackish from the mangrove swamp, ooh, this is close. I like that one, but I really like this one too, it's very classy. The lumber from the taiga, very low-key snake this one. And the verdant from the plains biome, which we can just spawn anywhere. One other thing that I do want to show off is that the babies, they're friggin' hilarious. Oh my god, whoever made this model for the baby snakes is an absolute genius because they have outdone themselves. Look at him. So stupid. There's a lot you can do with snakes. First of all, they breed with fermented spider eyes, which there we go, and they're just kind of staring each other down. And there we go. That is your little baby snake. Another thing you can do is you can play some music on a jukebox and they will enjoy it. Now, use tame them is raw rabbit, and there we go. Now the snake is totally tamed. Let me take this music disc out. And this dude should have more of that lion-like war paint on him, which signifies that he is in fact tamed. Tamed snakes can also perch on your shoulder just like this, and they also help you use certain potion effects during battle. One thing that I forgot to mention is that all the snake variants that we saw, all of them have some kind of potion effect that they do. It's usually one of three: poison, slowness, or weakness. And based on what snake you have on your shoulder, your hits will do that same effect on your opponent as well. There are 4 types of deer: fallow, whitetails, reindeers, which I think are super cool, and musk. And all 4 of these, oh my god, these dudes have teeth. They have teeth. I didn't notice this before. Holy crap, they have teeth. Okay, so these guys, they have something pretty cool. All of them can drop their antlers. What you can do with the antlers is pretty cool. You can craft a Dreamcatcher block, which can be placed anywhere as long as there's 2 blocks of space underneath it. And this thing will start to shake when there's mobs around, like hostile mobs, and it will also attack phantoms the way a conduit does. You can also feed golden apples to deer without antlers in order for them to grow antlers. They will also like headbutt each other, and that will result in the antlers falling off, and the babies again are super cute. Alright then guys, let's go over some of the new items and other little things the mod adds in. Starting off with a new type of tree called the thorny acacia. Now this tree will damage you like a cactus if you go near it. And it also has a 1 in 200% chance of dropping a explosive, which does this. It's pretty self-explanatory, so you can throw this at anyone who tries to cross you, I guess. The mod also adds in a new type of fruit called the apple fritter. You can also make apple fritters with, oh my god, that's so difficult to say, I don't know why apple fritter. Apple fritters with golden apples as well as enchanted golden apples. You can also craft a conch shell with seashells, shark teeth, a heart of the sea, and a nautilus shell. Now the seashells you will find just scattered around your world. There's 3 types: cold, warm, and the normal type, and they will just spawn on beaches or underwater, and you can just go ahead and pick them up. What you can do with these things is you can go up to a pet that you have, and now this lion is bound to this conch shell. As you can see, it says bound lion, And basically what I can do is if I get this dude to sit down over here, and if I go far enough away that this guy will be very far away from me, I can now blow into this conch shell, and it should summon my lion right over to me, which is pretty cool. You can also give a walrus a conch shell, and he will start playing it. That is such... I love when mods add features like this. It just doesn't make any sense. Or maybe it's a reference to something, I don't know. But on that note, you guys, I hope you've liked, I hope you've commented, and I hope you have subscribed. And for now, a goodbye.